Unforgettable Andy, and Phantom Dark Dave. The Screaming Skull Podcast.
What's up, everybody? You're listening to a brand new episode of the Screaming Skull Podcast, and we are your hosts. I'm Phantom Dark Dave.
And I'm Abnormal Andy.
How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Trying to stay cool, even though we're two cool dudes.
That's right. We were born this cool, man.
Yeah.
Nah, but we're hitting those triple digits now. How about you guys?
Yeah, I think we are too. I don't know what the official temperature is, but it's definitely feels hotter than what it is.
You got to use that humidity and that heat index, and then when you see those numbers hitting like 108, you're just like, you know what? I'll just stay in the house in the air conditioning and watch horror movies.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's, what better way to spend your time.
And then when it's like super cold outside, you're like, I'm just gonna stay in the house and watch horror movies.
Yeah,
See, it goes both ways.
exactly. Yeah.
So what happens when it's the perfect weather? I got to
Then,
solve.
okay, what's that?
You go outside and watch horror movies.
Okay,
You gotta
perfect.
get one
Yeah.
of those blow up screens in the backyard,
Yeah.
Gather all the friends over, and everybody's like, I don't want to watch The Exorcist Part 2 again. And you're like, sit down, it's a good movie. And then you realize you're the only one who likes it. It is what it is. But
Man, I still
um,
haven't seen that movie.
you haven't seen it? Come
Nope.
on. You're on a horror podcast. By nature, you have to see every horror movie ever made, or people are going to call you out.
That's true. I do. I do need to do that.
I'll just pick it one day. I'll be like, okay, sequels that are better than the original. Oh, just kidding. Just kidding. I do not believe that The Exorcist 2 is better than 1. I would never say that. But I do like it. It does get too much hate. I'll say that.
Yeah,
But
it does. Yeah.
hey, man, you know what we should do right now?
What's that?
Some horror news.
All right.
Horror News.
All right, Andy, so let's lead this thing off here. I was digging around, and I know the kind of news you like to do, so I left some stuff alone, but I would be remiss if I didn't jump on the bandwagon and say, did you see a little bit of Scream 8 news?
What? No, I didn't.
Okay, so I've seen this rumor, we're going to call it a rumor, like on 3 different occasions, and I believe the philosophy where if you see a rumor 3 times, it has to be true. So, if you want to believe that, the rumor is Scream 8 is going to take place in London.
Okay.
Andy's face is like, the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. Like, granted, somebody can be spreading this rumor and someone thinks it's cool, so someone else spread it. So, you know what? I'm going to spread it on the Scream and Skull podcast. I think Scream 8's going to be in London. We're going to get British in here. Neil Fraser's going to be in this fucking movie.
Oh, that'd be cool. That would
But,
make it okay.
look, think about it. Scream 6, they went to New York. It was like, whoa, so weird. Scream 7, they're in another state. I forgot where it was. I think it was like Atlanta or Georgia or something like that. Why not go to London across the pond? That could be cool. See
Yeah.
Ghostface on the Eiffel Tower? Wait, that's Paris. Ooh, I need to get my... What's in London? Werewolves? That could be cool.
Yeah. Like the Big Ben clock tower
Oh, see, that's even better.
thing.
Yeah, I love clocks.
Scotland Yard.
Ooh, now you're getting somewhere. Let's make
Like-
this movie.
Like Jack the Ripper stuff.
I just came.
But but yeah, I guess, if Sydney goes to London, I guess then that's where it's going to take place, basically.
Or Sydney stays home and her daughter goes to London, maybe to
Oh,
college.
yeah. That's true.
Uh-huh. There we go. She ain't
Yeah.
got no friends to go with her. Spoiler if you've seen Scream 7, ain't no
Oh,
friends
yeah.
survive in that movie. But go there and then fucking Stu's there. He's been in London the whole time. No wonder we never saw him. He developed an accent.
Oh, yeah. That'd be weird.
All right, what you got, man?
Did you know that they're making another Paranormal Activity movie?
I think I heard a rumor of this.
So actor Sonia Mena from Tell Me Lies, I guess it's a show or something. She is joining the recently announced Chase Yee on Paramount and Blumhouse's new Paranormal Activity movie. So Ian Tuason from Undertone will direct the 8th installment in the Paranormal Activity film franchise, set to release in theaters May 21st, 2027.
Oh, it's going to theater. That's cool.
Yeah, so the plot and characters details are tightly guarded, but the original, was a smash hit basically in 2007. So basically, the director previously revealed that technology will play a huge role in in his vision.
Of course.
Technology, camera technology has advanced to a point where it's become a big part of the film and what I want to do there.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's interesting though, because the Paranormal Activity franchise has always kind of toyed around with technology. How far,
that's
like I've
true.
seen all of them. How about you? How many of those have you seen?
So I've seen up to the marked ones. That part
Okay, that's
six.
five.
Oh,
No,
that's
that's
five.
five.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay.
I
Hey,
haven't
that's
seen
not bad.
I didn't see the Ghost Dimension. Was that the next one?
Yeah, that was six.
Okay, I didn't seen that one or anything after that.
Next
Um,
of Kin, I think, was the other one.
yeah,
And I really liked that one. That was good. That one was a Paramount Plus like original though, so that's why I was surprised this next one went to theater. But that's cool. This
yeah.
is a franchise that Julie, my wife, does not really have much interest in.
Oh,
She's okay with found footage, but I think the Paranormal Activity kind of goes on the scarier side with
yeah.
the combination of the two. And I love it. I get really excited about it, so I'm all for more sequels.
I guess the director of Undertone was saying that Paranormal Activity was like basically inspired him to make his movie Undertone. So
You
that's
know, I
pretty
have not
cool.
seen that yet. I know you did.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's like about podcasters and
Oh,
so that's kind of cool, and
hits close to home.
yeah. Yeah, so that's basically it. It's just I think for me it's just more about there being a new Paranormal Activity movie, not necessarily whoever the actor was that's joining the cast because I don't really know who she is anyway. So
I think it might be one of those things where Paranormal or where Paramount's like, man, well, those things are so close together, they sound the same. I think Paramount's like, we got to make another movie so we don't lose the license.
oh yeah, then we're
Might
gonna
have
get
something to do with
like
it.
we're gonna get some other movie with just with the Paranormal Activity slapped on the title slapped
Oof.
on. Like,
No, because J.J. Abrams isn't making it. Hey,
oh yeah.
hey, speaking of movies that you're like, hey, another one. I got one for you. What you think? The trailer came out for the new Insidious movie. Have you seen it?
Oh no, I totally missed that.
Did you know there was a new Insidious movie coming out?
No.
Okay, so this one's called Insidious Out of the Further, and I think it went through a couple titles. At one point, it was like called The Bleeding World, which I thought was pretty neat. But Out of the
Yeah.
Further does sound fitting for what the topic is. But it's James Wan's not writing it, not directing it, but he is producing it because it's a Blumhouse thing, right? And Atomic Monster and everything like that, based on characters from James Wan and Lee Whannell from back in the day. But it is written by the guys who did The Orphan and The Conjuring 2, 3, and 4, which I'm a fan of all those movies, so I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Plus, anything Insidious, I'll check it out. The director, I didn't write his name down, but I did notice it was by a guy who I haven't seen anything he's directed before. Now, it looks like he's does some short films and had one. I think there was a movie called Come Play, which I remember being aware of the movie, but I didn't see it.
Yeah.
But something exciting about this movie, outside the fact that it's a, what, sixth, I think, Insidious movie, is that Lin Shaye is going to return, which that's
Oh,
great.
okay.
And it's got the guy who played Angel from Nope. Remember the Angel worked at Fry's and he wanted to join in on the fun?
Yeah, yeah,
Very
kind of.
likable guy.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so. Yeah,
so that'll be pretty cool. So I'm
yeah,
excited for it. It should come out this year around August. So Julie, for your birthday, let's go see Insidious Out of the Further.
yeah, man. I haven't seen. I know I've seen Insidious 1 and 2. I've seen Insidious 4. I haven't seen
Ah,
3, and then that's it. I haven't seen any of the other ones.
that's just weird, man. Like because like if you had just seen one and two, and
Uh,
maybe even one, two, and five, I would give you no grief. But the fact is, three became a prequel, and then four is like a sequel to the prequel. So what
oh,
are you
okay.
doing?
Maybe that's why I didn't understand it.
He's like, what happened to the Lamberts? But yeah,
No, but actually, I like 4 quite a bit.
yeah, the last key.
Yeah, and I remember other people didn't like it or something. I don't know, but
I like
whatever.
five a lot.
Yeah.
The Red Door, yeah, that one really surprised me. Kind of tugs on the heartstrings, but in a good way.
Oh, yeah. Cool, man. Something to look forward to or something to catch up on the Insidious franchise there.
Yeah.
Well, let's see here. I've got a kind of a cool little creature feature that kind of popped up on my radar here. The movie it's called The Leeching, and it's kind of like a supernatural psychological suspense. It's gonna come out in digital on July 7th. So kind of like a plot synopsis is after waking up in a grave on her father's isolated forest property with no idea of who she is or how she got there, Vivian must use her limited memory to piece together the nightmarish truth, all the while being tormented by the undead, a giant leech monster, and her father. Over the next few days, she will uncover a framework of a truly nefarious supernatural scheme, but will it be too late? So it's written and directed by Evan Showalter, who did Ante-Mortem and Bad Music Terry. I have no idea what those things are. So yeah, it sounds kind of interesting. The picture is what caught my attention. You've watched the X-Files, right?
Some of them.
Have you seen the Fluke Man episode?
Nope.
Okay. Well, this picture kind of reminds me of that. So anybody out there that's seen that episode, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. I'm looking
S-
it up here.
Okay.
Hmm. Interesting. Is it the one with this right here? People live with it?
That's a different picture than what I
Oh,
got, but
dang it.
that's cool. That looks like the movie poster, probably what you have.
Yeah, and the monster on this, the creature looks like something from The Suckling, that 80s horror film.
Yeah, like let's see. Here you go. Like, look at
Oh
look at
yeah, that's kind of got a Rawhead Rex thing too. That's
yeah.
neat. Well,
So
I'm here for a creature feature. Sign me up.
yeah, so they just dropped the trailer for it. July 7th is the date it's gonna be available. Probably be something to check out.
Okay. And the fact that it's going to be streaming in July, I mean, that's awesome. This is July, by the way, so it's weird to say. Can you believe this year is
Oh
halfway over, dude?
yeah, totally forgot this is July 1st
I got to
already.
go flip the calendar.
Yeah.
Do
You
you
have
guys still
your
have a physical calendar? We have one. We get one every year.
we have like a whiteboard that we just write the numbers on the days and all that.
Oh my gosh, you go. I thought I was doing it the manual way. You literally do it the manual way. Okay.
Yeah.
And I ain't talking about the dude manual. All right. Well, that's cool, man. Keep my eyes open for that. And if you watch it first, you let me know if it's any good, because who knows, it might end up on here. I got one more thing that I was going to bring to the table, and it's another trailer. Also, as I've gotten older, I realized that I don't like watching trailers as much. Like as a
Hmm.
kid and a teenager, even a young adult, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I couldn't wait to watch trailers because that's how you know what's coming out next. And then it got to a point now where like you go to the movies and you get there early to see the trailers. It was exciting. Now you can watch a trailer any point in time, and there's still some excitement when it's tied to a movie you want to see. But now, and I think this is showing our age, there's like so much of the movie in the trailer that a couple of times I went and saw some horror movies recently, and I went in somewhat blind, and it was very satisfying. So why I'm watching these
Yeah.
trailers for horror news, I'm kind of screwing myself over. But I just watched the trailer for Werewolf. Have you seen that yet?
Oh, Robert Eggers' new movie.
Yes.
I haven't watched the trailer, but I've like seen people posting about it. There was like, so is it like, does it look like it's like a werewolf movie?
Oh, it's totally a werewolf movie. And it's
Okay.
so funny though, because you watch the trailer, and if you didn't know it was from Robert Eggers, you would know by the trailer. Like that
Yeah.
guy has a certain style, like a niche in the market. And if anybody else tries to do a movie like this, they're going to be like, you're copying Robert Edgers. Because
Yeah.
for those who, I think everybody listening to the show knows him, but for people who maybe the name doesn't ring the bell, he did The Witch. That's kind of like what put him on the map. And then he did The Lighthouse and Nosferatu. And so just those three
Mm,
movies
yeah.
alone, you can really go, oh, I know the kind of movies he makes. Well, he's making another one. And I love the way he's spelling it. It's Werewolf, werewolf. Like it makes
Yeah.
you want to say it like a certain way. But yeah, I watched the trailer, and here's the deal. I'm gonna get this out right now. For the longest time, I was not a fan of the actor Aaron Taylor Johnson, and if he was in something, I would just not watch it. I was just like, oh, that guy again. People would know him in the Marvel universe. He played Quicksilver the one time in the Age of Ultron movie, but he was in Kick-Ass and things like that. And I didn't really have any beef with him. It was just kind of like oh man, this guy's popping up everywhere. It's weird. And then he started like interfering with horror movies. I'm like, damn it, why is he showing up in all these movies? Well, here's the reality. Recently, Julie and I watched The Fall Guy. Have you seen that? It's that comedy action movie. Okay. Well,
No.
I thought it looked funny, so we watched
Mhm.
it. And the dude kind of won me over. I've been really hard on him. Careful how that sounds. But yeah, I was like, okay, he's kind of likable. He's good. And so now I'm kind of like, okay, I'll probably watch Craven the Hunter because he's cool or whatever. And since he was in Nosferatu, I guess maybe he made the good list for Robert Eggers. But now, not only is he back, but Willem Dafoe and Lily Rose Depp are all back. So he's kind of got like a Rob Zombie thing going where he's keeping it in the family, you know?
Oh yeah. I'm
So,
trying to find a picture of this dude they're talking about here.
oh, Aaron Taylor Johnson,
Yeah. Okay.
you
Kind
recognize
of.
him?
Yeah, I was thinking of a different person, but
Looks like your third cousin.
yeah, basically. Um,
Thanks for humoring me.
yeah. Yeah, so yeah, no, I mean, I'll check it out. I need to watch Nosferatu. That looks pretty cool. I haven't seen that one yet.
Nosferatu came out at Christmas time. Well, guess
Yeah.
what? This movie's coming out at Christmas time too.
Okay.
Could you be more of a Robert Eggers movie? Seriously.
Yeah.
I'm already going to book out next Christmas for whatever he does next.
Cool. Yeah. Well, let's see. I got another one. We're both big fans of John Carpenter, so I saw this headline. Something I had to bring to the table. So, John Carpenter released his new single, "The Ferryman," from upcoming audio-visual project called Cathedral. So basically, John Carpenter has his little band with Cody Carpenter, Daniel Davies. They make music, and it's kind of cool. It's like soundtracks for maybe horror movies that were never made. But they have a new single called "The Ferryman," and it's from Carpenter's upcoming audio-visual project called Cathedral. Oh, it's a graphic novel, and it comes out August 4th. And but it has a companion album that with it that's coming out on August 7th. It's on Sacred Bones Records. So basically, every track on the companion album corresponds to a chapter in the book, with
Nice.
liner notes guiding listeners through the story as they read. It's a 120-page graphic novel. It's written by
Oh.
Carpenter, and it's also
Ooh.
edited. It's written by Carpenter and his wife Sandy King, and illustrated by some other people. I don't know who they are. Federico De Luca and Luis Guaragna. I don't know.
Good try.
Uh, anyway,
Well, that's cool. It's always great to see something new from the mind of John Carpenter, and there's something special about him and his wife doing the project together. I shouldn't be surprised that he's doing a graphic novel because I know he hasn't done film and stuff in a really long time, and he's been focusing a lot on his music. But my gosh, this might be the first time I've ever heard about a soundtrack that pairs to a graphic novel. That's really cool.
it is. And if you're wondering what the graphic novel Cathedral is about, it says an abandoned cathedral, a gruesome murder, a powerful supernatural entity living in the catacombs. It all comes to a head in downtown Los Angeles. What will happen? Who will live to tell the tale? Such is the storyline of Cathedral, the thrilling new album and terrifying graphic novel from legendary director and musician John Carpenter, based on a dream he had in 2024. Wow.
Neat.
So,
Also, damn, that's a quick turnaround if you just had the dream 2 years ago.
yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about that because, it's John Carpenter, so it's got to be
Yeah.
good, right?
Here I was thinking it was going to be like a the Fog meets Prince of Darkness type vibe because that's kind of how the description was going. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
like you said, man, from John, I mean, no matter what, it's going to be good.
yeah.
Because on this podcast, we like Ghost of Mars. Get over it.
Yeah. So, a new documentary coming out. It looks pretty cool. It's called Monster Maker, and it's basically going to highlight the career of special effects master Stan Winston.
Ooh,
Yeah, basically, he did Predator, Jurassic Park, and a lot of most cinema's most iconic characters and creature effects were created by Stan Winston. So there's going to be never before seen archive material, behind the scenes footage of iconic Hollywood movies, interviews with family, friends, and collaborators, including James Cameron. It's going to tell the story of the visionary artist whose work helped define modern blockbuster filmmaking. So yeah, it's going to be interviews with James Cameron, producer Frank Marshall, former Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy, and cast members who worked with Winston to weigh in on the documentary, including Jeff Goldblum and his filming
Ooh.
experience on Jurassic Park. Um, so I guess Stan Winston, I guess he passed away in 2008. I didn't realize that. But he's a four-time Oscar winner. So that's cool. Oh, he also did work on The Relic, which is one of my favorites.
Oh, that's such a good movie. That and Scream were the two first horror movies I ever saw in theater.
Oh, yeah, cool. He made his directorial debut with Pumpkinhead. I didn't know
He
that.
did, and he didn't do the special effects stuff in it. Like that monster
Oh,
looks amazing,
yeah,
and then a movie directed by Stan Winston, you would think, oh, cool, but yeah, he didn't do the creature, so that was kind of mind blowing. But I love that movie
cool. Yeah.
and its sequel. Get off me.
Blood
Anything else, my
Wings.
dude?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, as much as I love doing horror news, the people are here for one reason and one reason only. My smile. No, it is the 2014 film, The Taking of Deborah Logan.
The main event.
The story of Alzheimer's is never about one person.
Hey, Mom! They want to make a movie about me, isn't that right? We're gonna have fun, right?
Yeah, man.
Okay, good. There's no cure. And so when I am in the middle of something and suddenly my mind just leaves the premises, there are no words to describe.
This is not normal sleepwalking.
Oh, you really gave us all quite a fright with your late night gardening.
If I encouraged this memory to come out, would she then have some peace? Do you remember a man named Henri Desjardins?
Voice changes,
Letting all my heat out.
self-alteration, feeling as if your body belongs to someone else.
The notion of spiritual parasites does exist.
Now I feel right as rain.
All right, my dude. Here's the reality. This was your pick, so I'm going to let you start talking first. Why did you pick this movie?
Well, I wanted to ask the question, is this one of the greatest found footage horror films ever made? Maybe, I don't know. But you know, I just had to ask myself, what's the scariest possession movie I've ever seen? And also like, can you make Alzheimer's into a horror movie? So basically, that's kind of what you have in this movie, The Taking of Deborah Logan from 2014. I picked it because it's one that stood out to me as one I've seen in the past, and it's a really effective, scary movie. It's a found footage movie. Um, it's basically like it's one that I hear people talking about some, but I think it really is a standout movie. And like I said, it's released in 2014. You have some supernatural horror, you got some psychological horror. This is definitely like a cult favorite, I think. But this was yeah, so anyway, that's basically why I picked it because it has some really cool special effects, some practical effects. The lead actress, she does a great job portraying somebody with Alzheimer's, and it's just a really kind of novel concept too. I think just the idea of Alzheimer's by itself without anything else happening is scary enough. And yeah, so when you add in the whole possession angle to it too, it's just like a really mean
Could be a
combination.
lot to take. Hey,
Yeah.
so with this movie, is this one that you just came across and watched it just out of curiosity, or did word of mouth get to you? Like, did you hear another podcast, or did you know anybody who recommended it?
No, I think I just happened across it on Netflix or something like that. I feel like I saw that poster artwork and I was really just like,
Dude,
that
yes.
poster is really creepy. And so I think that's why I was like, I'm going to check this out. And because I was looking for found footage stuff and I found
And
this
you
one. I was like,
found it.
yeah, exactly. I found this footage and I'm glad
What
I
a
did.
title too, right? Like a
Yeah.
movie called The Taking of Deborah Logan, though kind of long-winded, the title sticks with you. And I know originally they were going to call it The Taking, but and if they would have did that, it would have been like a short and sweet, kind of has a nice ring to it. But the title might have also like just blended in with several other horror movies, and so whenever I talk to somebody and it comes up like, oh, The Taking of Deborah Logan, like people don't forget this movie. It is visually satisfying. Like I said, the poster is incredibly creepy. The title just sticks with you. And it's one of those things where, and I think a lot of found footage movies, when done right, fall into this category. It takes such a simple idea and does something complex with it.
Yeah. I mean, so basically the plot is you have a documentary crew that has reached out to they reach out to this family, like the it's an elderly woman that is kind of in the early stages of Alzheimer's, and I think the documentary crew has kind of made a deal with her daughter Sarah to make this film, and the woman, her name is Jill Larson. I'm That's the actress's name. The
Her name's
Deborah
Deborah
Logan.
Logan.
Deborah Logan is Deborah Logan is the woman, like the main focus of this documentary. And her daughter Sarah has made a deal with the documentary crew to come in, basically make a documentary about Alzheimer's. It really is, that's kind of the focus of the documentary. Um,
Would you call this movie a slow burn?
yeah, I guess I would have to. Um,
Would you call it a slow burn with a good payoff?
oh yeah, for sure. And this is
Agreed.
one of this is that could also be like a I wouldn't really say like it's a faux documentary because even though it has a documentary crew, we're not really watching this as a documentary. We're watching it just kind of as the footage as presented. Like this is just the footage that the people recorded basically. But there is some like interviews here and there, like they try to do. But it does have realistic cinematography. And I think there is like an air of authenticity. You really believe that Deborah Logan has Alzheimer's and she's going through this, and her daughter's going through it too. I mean, just being that caretaker too is like something like this really takes a toll on you, even in that aspect.
It does. I've got a glimpse of this world before with personal issues, and I can say that with Alzheimer's and dementia and stuff, like it can take its toll on your mental health for sure. Pulls on your heartstrings because you see loved ones in a state that you're not used to seeing them in, and so seeing this actress portray it, I gotta say she hits the nail on the head. Jill Larson did an incredible job, and that's something about this too that stands out too. Is a lot of times with found footage movies, bearing the I guess outside of the ones that have like billion-dollar budgets and go to theater, things like that. This one was kind of surprising that though I didn't recognize people in this movie, the main actress and a couple of the other actors on here had a pretty good catalog. Like they've done a lot of like TV shows and stuff like that. And I think it shows in this movie because the acting is kind of above what you would expect in a found footage movie.
Yeah, this is just kind of a straight video on demand release, I think. I don't think it had a theatrical release. But yeah, Joel Larson, she was daytime television soap opera legend, basically. She had a really long career before this movie, but she did an incredible physical performance on this movie. She really sold me on the Alzheimer's symptoms and the possession too. You could see her on All My Children, that
That's what
soap
I was
opera.
referring to. Yeah.
Uh, but also like you have Anne Ramsey who plays Sarah, her daughter. She had a supporting role playing the Apes, but it's in some television work. But I did recognize her. Like she does have a recognizable face. And you have like the documentary crew. I don't know, like Mia, played by Michelle Ang. I guess she was on Fear of the Walking Dead, which I didn't. I never watched that show. Harris, the older guy, he's like the neighbor. Ryan Cutrona is his name. He was in The Hidden. Do you know that?
Oh, oh man, I remember talking to you about that movie a couple years ago.
Yeah. And he's done some like other television work. But the director is interesting, Adam Robitel.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, here we are. He
Let's
did
tie it in.
He did Insidious: The Last Key.
The one you saw.
Yeah. He also
Like,
did the escape room movies, which I
yep.
never saw those, so I don't know how
Oh,
they
those are
are.
fun.
Yeah.
Those are fun. Yeah.
So I don't know, like, so basically the success of Taking of Deborah Logan let him do these other bigger movies, down the road.
I think I had
And
read that this movie caught James Wan's attention, and
mm,
that's what, turned the key, basically.
yeah, yeah, I could see that, man, because this movie he did a really good job with this film.
This movie is creepy. It really is. Like, and not like it has jump scares, but they created so much tension because they let you care about the character, and then they put them in a position where they become vulnerable. Like you start to bond with these characters, and you kind of feel sorry for some of them, and you start to like them, and you don't want anything to happen. But then you remember you're watching a horror movie, so you want something to happen. But then when it starts happening, you kind of start backing up away from the TV screen a little bit. You start hugging your pillow on your couch a little tighter, maybe your Tweety Bird pillow. I don't have one. But yeah, man, I mean, they did a really good job. And I think one thing that you and I always talk about and kind of gush over is the atmosphere. And this is another one of those situations where it's like just a little cottage, a little house, and there's a lot of land. Oh, it just so happens to be the woods. Here's a good place for a horror movie.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a great setting for a horror movie. It's kind of like an older house in disrepair because Deborah Logan, she's older, she can't really take care of the house. I think they've
And
tried to sell it, but she's like refusing to move or something. She doesn't want
yeah,
to.
and it was kind of like the neighbor Harris was kind of like helping out around the house, kind of taking
Yeah,
over for her, and he was kind of sweet on her. It was really nice. Like they had a really nice like friendship going on.
that's true. They had you could tell there was a relationship, like a friendship there, neighborly friendship. And
It does
it,
make you wonder, like, was it more, before the Alzheimer's kicked in?
yeah, you never know. I mean, they didn't really go into it, but yeah, you never know. I mean,
Did you notice that this house had like 15 attics? Every which way from Sunday, it's like, let's go into attic. And I'm like, this is a different entrance. Where are we?
oh wow, I didn't even notice that, but no, it's a good catch.
Every time they
Yeah.
go into the attic, take a shot. It's a drinking game.
But yeah, I mean, those older houses, man, they got those little nooks and crannies and stuff, and those little crawl spaces, storage areas.
You know what else they have?
What's that?
Naked old women.
Yeah, I mean, like going back to her physical performance, I think it's up there with Reagan. Like I'm drawing a blank.
Linda Blair.
Linda Blair. Yeah, I think it's up there with her. I mean, honestly. What do you?
Yeah, I'm also reminded of the actress from, did you watch Exorcism of Emily Rose?
Yeah, what was her name?
It's like Jennifer Carpenter, right?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
She was in
exactly.
Quarantine. Yeah. It's and that's the thing too, is there's so many of these possession movies out there that are kind of physically demanding, but if you can get somebody that can commit to the role and perform in such a way that it feels believable, it's a whole nother level of scary.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And my heart breaks for Sarah too, the daughter who's the caretaker essentially, because we learn a little bit about the backstory of maybe Sarah didn't have the best relationship with her mom. You know what I mean? I think Sarah, I don't know if they come out and say it's pretty much like she's gay and
Yeah,
that was not okay with the mom.
yeah.
And, she kind of held it against her, kind of not. But despite whatever the upbringing was, like she stays and takes care of her mom. And there's just something real sweet about that.
Yeah, even when they don't have a great relationship, they're kind of estranged. They don't have a good relationship. Like Sarah still sticks with her mom, takes care of her, and yeah, that would be a difficult choice to make. I mean, especially it's just some of the things when somebody's in that state of mind, they may act aggressive towards you, towards their caretakers, and not realize it.
Yep.
And we see that through Sarah, but also through Mia too. She's kind of like us as the audience. She gets to she's like our window into this whole scenario, I guess. And
I kind of felt more like Lewis.
yeah,
He was awesome.
Yeah.
Lewis was our camera guy, and he was great. I feel like he and I go hang out at Hot Topic or something. But one of I think my favorite line in the movie is like, "Why's the brown guy got to go first?"
Oh yeah.
He was great. What did you think of Gavin? So you basically have three people on this documentary crew, and Lewis is the guy who holds the camera. I just told you he was great. We talked about Mia. She was kind of always on point. She's the main one. And then you had Gavin, who I think was like the technical guy, but he was kind of weird, and he was definitely aggravating Deborah in this movie.
Yeah, he was kind of confrontational and well, of course she did some pretty crazy things with she kind of was pretty aggressive towards him. And so
He was
yeah, I
touching
guess
all her stuff, man.
that's true, like, yeah, her spade or whatever, I don't know.
That's right. Let me ask you a question now. Obviously,
Yeah.
this being a horror movie, you know what's going to happen. Like, not specifically, but it's clearly going to become this type of movie. But you got to be honest, like the first 45 minutes, you're not really so sure what's happening. I mean, the documentary, like you said, feels very authentic. Our actress is like, we meet her and she's very like offstanding. She's like, I don't want strangers in my house. I changed my mind. I don't want to be a part of this. And then her daughter like gets her to come around. Then we see her again and she's like, hi, welcome to my house. Like, it's great to see you. And she's real sweet. But then it's midnight and she's standing on the stove. What?
Yeah, it does kind of start off kind of more mundane, where just like Deborah just has forgetfulness and wandering around in some confusion. And it's really just, this really seems like she has Alzheimer's. I mean, this is like upsetting enough on its own. But then later, we have this supernatural stuff, kind of crossing into it. But this kind of gives us our emotional, I don't know, like we're kind of buying into the emotional side of this, just kind of seeing
It's
how,
like our investment.
yeah, that's the word I was looking for, investment. But yeah, I mean, the first night, we have this thing of like this creepy staring, this night wandering, and Deborah like standing over Sarah, just kind of like, what, like, what's going on here? And yeah, so yeah, the stove, that was definitely a creepy, just a weird, because it's like we see the footage, she's there, she's in one spot on the floor, then she's just up on the stove, and it's just
Yeah,
like,
you don't see her climb up there. She like levitates within an instant.
yeah, so this is kind of a cool effect. And I mean, I'm sure there was like camera cut or whatever, but I think
Sure.
they uh they do it really well though. And
And she's a gardener, and her excuse is she's always looking for her spade, and she even attacks Gavin. You know, it's the
right.
joke you made about it touch, but like she's assuming he hid it or something. And the whole time we're like, damn, why does she want this spade? And eventually we figure it out.
Yeah, she's always kind of digging outside, and that's kind of the whole that's part of the mystery. We're seeing these clues of something's going on here. We don't really know what at first. We knew her history. She's like the switchboard operator in this little town. She would like be kind of like an answering service for doctors and different people in the town
Which is
after
neat.
hours. Yeah, I mean, she actually kind of created her own little business out of it, and made an income for herself and her daughter. But we see the switchboard kind of plays a prominent role in this movie. It's up in the attic. We find it later on,
Yeah,
a
one of
little bit
them.
later on. And
Do
and
you,
what's
Andy, do
that?
you remember back in the day, like on the cartoons, that was the only exposure I ever had to seeing what a switchboard is. They'd be like, operator, please wait. And they'd pull the peg and put
Yeah.
it in, and it's usually like a bird or something was doing it. And so that brought all that back for me. But yeah, very creepy to like, we've already seen what we've seen. We know the level of creepiness here. And then they wait until like it's a decent evening, everybody's asleep and it's quiet, and then that amazing, most annoying alarm goes off in the house. And we're like, what is that? And that alarm only goes off like when the switchboard is in use. Like,
Oh,
what?
yeah, that ringing. It's like a ringing.
Yes.
It's like ring, ring. You're like, what is that? And you think in this old house, there's something you don't know what kind of like things that, like they could be like a servant bill or I don't know, something
I
like
was gonna
that.
say it might be one of those things where it's like maybe when she was in the house, because it's a bigger looking farmhouse,
Yeah,
and maybe whenever someone's calling in, it's so she hears it and she can run to the switchboard and do her job.
exactly. And we know, and like they talk about this like, well, the switchboard's up in the attic and there's nobody in the attic. So how is this ringing? And so that's when they go upstairs, go up to the attic, one of the attics. They go to
Hmm.
the switchboard and they find Deborah.
And she's
And
naked,
yeah, yep, she
which
is
okay, why are
very
we doing
disturbing.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's playing strip switchboard. You ever played that?
No.
You should. It's awesome.
But up to this point, all these things that we were experiencing up to this point in the movie could be explained by Alzheimer's. Like we can't really say for sure that there's anything
Well,
else.
minus the levitating under the countertop.
Exactly. Well, that, yeah. But yeah, so like they kind of go back and forth they keep going back to the doctor and saying all this stuff is going on, and the doctor's like, well, we'll up her medicine. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
give her more medicine and we'll see what happens. And we see what
She's
happens.
done a little bit of self-harm, and it's
Yeah.
concerning, but it hasn't been so extreme that the doctors are that worried about it. But the one thing that was really crazy was in that switchboard when it was going off, she kept, I think she was dialing or kept receiving a call from the line 337. And so now we got to figure out what's up with line 337.
Yeah, I think they find out it was the phone number for a local doctor, right?
Yes.
And it was the doctor Desjardins was
Hmm.
something like that. And anyway, so you know that we kind of get some clues as okay, so she might have known some of the town secrets by being this answering service. She probably
Sure.
overheard because she had to connect these calls and she would had to stay on the line. So she probably overheard a lot of
I
things on
think
these phone lines, stuff like
Yeah, I
that.
think her daughter had said like for the longest time her mom like would know all the secrets of who was sleeping with who and things like that. And it's like, oh geez, I would hate to know all that.
Yeah, yeah. So this kind of gets us into this. Once we kind of find out more about what she did, kind of the 337, the doctor, we find out that the sheriff was investigating this case of these missing children, and there was like what, four children went
There
missing,
was. Yep.
and so they just went missing. Nobody ever found them. But I think the doctor was he suspected? I can't remember now,
I
or
think
not.
he was. And it's because when they traced that, like they were getting calls on the 337 switchboard, the mom had kept like a record book. So, like, oh, we'll just look in the record book and see who it was. And then that page was like torn out. And they're like, well,
Oh,
shit,
that's
now we
right.
don't
Yeah.
know. But Luis was doing like a scribble thing and it got the reveal of the name of the doctor. And then that started flooding all the memories of Sarah. And Sarah's like, I remember when I was younger, this was all over the news. This Dr. Desjardins or whatever, like kidnapped these four girls and supposedly killed them. And whenever he was like accused of it, he disappeared. And so they never found the bodies, including his.
Yeah, so that's kind of an interesting mystery we got. And somehow Deborah is kind of tied up into all this. And how does that relate to what's going on now with her weird behavior? So yeah, it's a really intriguing mystery here.
I gotta be honest, my level of excitement also rose with this because I was already on board with what this movie was. But then when we started to get like this supernatural slash murder mystery thing going, I'm like, oh, this is good. I'm
Oh
liking
yeah,
what's happening right here.
yeah, because you know me, I love a good detective story. You know, when you mix like
Cue the
horror and
unsolved
crime.
mystery theme.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, this was really cool. I really love this angle. And it's also interesting that Harris, the neighbor, he becomes a little bit more standoffish as they progress with this documentary. He actually tries to persuade Deborah to get them to go away because
Right.
he feels like they're intruding, and
Almost like exploiting, right?
yeah, and it feels like he's trying to cover up something. Like he doesn't want them to
Uh-huh.
find out something. He's got there's something. He's somehow involved in all this too, and we don't quite know how or why. So
Eventually the mom like hurts herself to a point like it doesn't she like in the bathroom she like falls down and she kind of like hits her head or whatever, but she like throws up, and what she throws up is like soil and worms.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Remember
That
that?
was yeah.
I
She's
think
like,
that's what sent this into like that is not Alzheimer's, my dude. Like you don't forget that. And because of this, that's when we go to the hospital. And I think that's where the suspicion really starts to rise about Harris because we see a scene where he leans over to talk to her and she's like, please kill me.
yeah, that
Ugh,
was, and it kind of
that's
went.
sad.
Yeah, it's sad, and also it kind of it it kind of clues you in that she is not in control of herself anymore, and she realizes this, and um,
And then what does she do, Andy, to show that she is not in control? Because I doubt she got up and did that with her hands. She supernaturally somehow has telekinesis and she makes that tube TV fly and knock Harris out. Because I think he was going to do
yeah,
it. He grabbed a pillow.
that's right. He grabbed the pillow and he was walking, and the 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 TV just comes off the wall and smacks him
Oh,
in the head,
yeah.
and yeah, and then they go in, and then when people actually go into the room, like Deborah's gone, like,
Yep. She
and
escapes, and Harris is like now in a hospital room too. And Sarah like pretends to be his daughter just so she can go in there and kind of interrogate him. And she's like, "What are you not telling me? What's up?" And then Andy, that's when they kind of Harris spills the beans, and we find out. Well, you know that Desjardins guy? Well, he was going to kidnap you, Sarah, and you were going to be the fifth victim. But don't worry because, and she's like, "Oh, you killed him?" He's like, "No, your mom did."
oh yeah, that's
Oh, stinger.
so he was protecting Deborah this whole time. I mean, we thought that maybe he was the one that killed her. And the reason why is because we find out, kind of this whole mythology with the doctor, and he was like trying to do this ritual where
Yeah, he
like,
was like diagnosed with a sickness that was going to kill him,
yeah, so he's
and he thought by doing the ritual he would become immortal.
exactly. And so, and I guess part of the ritual is to get 5 sacrifices
It
to
was. He
some,
had to kill 5 girls who had just recently had their first period. It was very specific,
yeah.
but yeah,
And there was like this like snake demon that,
yeah,
yeah. I forget,
yeah.
did it have a name? I forgot.
It well, I'm sure it did. I know that it was an ancient Monacan ritual, is what it was called.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, man, this and throughout this movie, there's been like little nuggets, I'll say, little hints of like snake related things happening. So anything related to a serpent, you know is going to be evil. You know it's going to be bad news.
Yeah, during one of the earlier hospital visits, like they saw her back and she had this like her skin was changing, like kind of scaly.
Uh-huh.
It's like, ugh.
Ugh,
So that
yeah.
kind of something that right there kind of clued you in that something's
They're
not
like,
right
it's
with.
okay, it's Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
But we talked about Deborah was missing, and I said she escaped. Well, she escaped the room. She didn't leave the hospital yet. You know why, Andy? Because she's trying to kidnap a girl.
Yeah, there was a little girl that was she like a cancer patient or something? I
I think
forget.
so, yeah.
Yeah, but Deborah like takes her and like whispers something to her, and then like this girl's kind of like under Deborah's spell or something. It's kind of weird. Like
Hmm.
they're just kind of walking through the hospital going to leave, and yeah, it's really creepy, really eerie.
It does. And they do this twice. I don't know why they do it twice, but when she tries to take the girl and get away, like the police show up, things like that. And then eventually though, as the movie progresses, she tries again, but she's more successful this time because I don't know how you become more and more possessed, but she's definitely getting stronger with this.
Yeah,
And one thing is that really got me was when we learn everything and they're like, okay, Harris not only tells like, oh, Sarah, you were going to be the fifth girl. He's also like, we buried the body in the garden. Like, oh, and that's what she's always trying to dig up.
yeah, that's why she's trying to dig out with her spade. That's why she needs her spade, and so they go out to. They're like, okay, we need to get that body, and we need to destroy it, basically, try to burn it.
Yep. And they
So
try.
they go out to. They were digging and digging, and finally they find like the box, whatever,
Yep.
but it was empty. As the body wasn't there, and so they're like, crap, where is it? And they're like, well, maybe it's in the house, right?
Right. And I
And
think the idea was it used to be there, and then the mom had dug it up and moved it.
oh, she beat him to
And
it.
so,
Like, yeah.
yes, yes. And when they go in the house, guess where they go? The attic. It's a great place to hide a
Oh,
body.
yeah,
Come on,
because
even Gacy did the basement, people, but no, they go up there and they find it. It's in a bag, like a burlap sack or something.
yeah, well, there's this like really gross looking like water spot on the
Oh
ceiling.
yeah, it
Like,
almost looks like black mold.
yeah, it's like, oh my gosh. So,
Oh, I think I know where it is.
yeah. And of course, when they open the bag, there's snakes in there. You're like, ah,
Uh-huh. Yeah, if you have a problem with snakes, you have a problem with this movie. I'm just
yeah.
saying. But
But
they take it down, man, and they throw it in the fireplace, which makes sense. And then they try to light the
they
fireplace, but
try.
guess what? It
No,
doesn't burn.
nope. And then
It's like his spirit interferes with it or something.
yeah, then they like run outside because they're scared, and they look in the back at the window, and there's a
Uh-huh.
face looking at them. I thought that was really cool.
That was a
That
good
was,
effect.
yeah.
Kind
And
of gave me some Shelby Oaks vibes, just saying.
oh yeah,
Little selfish plug there. Not that I had anything to do with it, but I enjoyed it. But yeah, man, I mean, this is all getting us down to the climax, and that is the fact that Deborah Logan, who is fully possessed by Dehordine at this point, man, we're probably butchering that name, by the way, but fuck it, we're gonna roll with it. Kidnaps a little girl and is taking her to kind of like this mine shaft, right?
yeah, it's like an old mill or something, and there's like
And
a
I guess were we led to believe that's where he took all those other victims when he killed them? I think that's the point.
yeah, I think so because the Monacan ritual, like, I think that
Oh,
something
right.
to do with that cave. It's like an old, I don't know, ritual spot or something, and
If you just like Google it, it'll say mine shafts are a good place to kidnap people. Hey yo.
oh,
No.
but something,
But
and also like the girl kept saying she's gonna take me to the river, I'm like,
yes.
it's,
Yeah, it
oh
was,
my God,
and at one point earlier, Gavin had like decoded that the mom was talking in French, and that was part of what it was. It was something about snakes in the river. So when we
yeah,
hear Deborah is telling little girl this, and she's like, "I'm going to the river," this is all adding up to this final few minutes. And you don't get a lot of death in this movie, but my goodness, at one point we had got to meet like the local cops or whatever, and so they're on this case because there, is a missing girl, and the cops actually get killed. Deborah breaks bad on them.
yeah, like she like she starts kind of having like this venom that she can like bite people with, and she has
Very snake-like, isn't it?
it is yeah. So she really like uh she she's able to uh escape the hospital because she can bite people now and like inject them with venom, and so that like and
And
then
it's
but yeah
so unfortunate because that cop, I think, there's something between her and Sarah.
yeah the
It was
sheriff,
kind
yep.
of sweet.
Uh-huh. But yeah, Deborah kills her, and like they of course they the trail goes to the cave. There's like a trail of
There
blood,
is.
and it goes back to a cave. So that's kind of where our final like climax of the movie happens, and I think it's the
I'm gonna
perfect
pause us
setting.
right here
Yeah.
because when I asked you if you knew anything about this movie, and you said no, you stumbled on it by Netflix. I also didn't know anything about this movie except for you picked it, and so I needed to watch it. And I want to say, if people are listening right now, and I should have said this earlier, but I'm gonna say it now. If you have not seen this movie and you don't want the end ruined, please watch it before hearing what we're about to say. Because if you thought this movie dragged and was slow, and Andy even admitted it had a good payoff, Andy's about to tell you what the amazing payoff is, and I don't want it ruined for you. So if you're listening and you haven't seen it, please fucking watch the end of this movie at least before we ruin it. Andy, when they go in the cave, what do they see?
Yeah, so Deborah is going full snake. She 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 took this little girl with her, and you know how snakes can like basically like unhinge their jaws and
Yes.
eat stuff whole. That's what she's trying to do with this girl. And it's like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. Like, and she even like hisses at like so basically like Sarah and Mia, they're going into this cave to try to I don't know, they don't even know if they can stop Deborah, but they're just trying to do what they can to save this little girl. And they get in there, they have the camera still, they're still filming with the camera, but they have like the night vision
Of
because
course.
they don't want Deborah to see them coming. And yeah, they kind of walk around this corner. There Deborah is, with this
It is unsettling, and I'm so glad it was not ruined for me because Andy,
yeah.
I mean, I wasn't giving up hope or anything, but I did not anticipate this movie being able to go to yet another level. And
Yeah.
when I saw that sequence happen, like you hear us describing it, and you may think like that probably looks like crap. It doesn't. However they did it, it was executed so well, and you don't see it for too long to, be able to judge it, but it will shock the shit out of you.
Yeah, and I think it was practical effects if I'm not mistaken.
Probably. I can't do it.
But yeah, no, this is like, I mean, there's if you've been on the internet, been on like found footage forums, you might have seen this scene just like as a GIF or something because people, it's just one of those iconic scenes. But yeah, it's definitely like the payoff for the movie right here.
Basically that whole little girl's head is like in Deborah's mouth. Like
Yeah.
it definitely was giving me vibes of like a Nightmare on Elm Street 3, but not a silly.
Oh yeah, that's right. The girl with or no,
Mhm.
not the girl, not
Mhm.
the never mind.
Yeah, we won't
Uh
spoil it, but yeah.
but yeah, so they finally like I think Sarah just like tries to get her mom to kind of fight back against, the demon possessing her and stuff like that. And I think uh
Well, what they do is they brought the body,
that's right,
Dejardine's
that's right.
body, and then they are actually, I guess, because that was like his place or whatever, or where I don't know where he was most insidious or something. They were able to actually burn his body in there, which hereby canceled out the curse in Deborah, or at least it seems like it. And so Sarah is able to reunite with the mom and get her mom to safety. But Andy, that is not the end of the movie, is it?
No, we get a little ambiguous ending here. I
Kind of
don't
like
know.
some news coverage.
Yeah, there's this final shot where we get this like news story and it's like a little bit of time later. I can't remember now but yeah, they're talking to the little girl from the hospital and she's okay.
Yeah,
She's celebrating her birthday and
she beat cancer, which is great.
that's great, yeah.
She's got like a full head of hair, like Tangled style, which is great.
And she has the her whole life ahead of her to look forward to. And
And she gets to look very devilish into the camera.
yeah, because the newscaster asked her, so what are you looking for? What it's asked her like, what are you looking forward to? She's like, I don't know, or something. But then she says, I have a plan. It's like,
Uh-huh.
oh, okay.
Yeah, wink, wink. Andy, if I'm not mistaken, I think we're led to believe that Desjardins is in her now.
Yep, that's what it looks like. So, I mean,
So
it kind of left it open as for a sequel or something, but uh,
doesn't need one.
no, it doesn't. It's just kind of leaves you with that kind of dread, that
Yeah.
ending there. It was cool. It was
I thought
good.
it was decent. It's definitely a good wraparound. I mean, kind of cliche, but fits the movie enough. I love that it was with a character that we had already been introduced to, so that was kind of nice. You feel bad for Deborah because they had mentioned in the news that like this all happened and she was convicted of it, but she was too sick to like stand trial and everything,
Yeah.
so she's not going to go to prison for it, but her mental health is diminishing and oh man, just the hell and high water type stuff that the film crew and Sarah had to go through is terrible. And in unique fashion, the bad guy kind of wins in this movie. So,
Yep.
but all that to say, good movie. I liked it. I got
Yeah.
a confession though. I watched this movie about 3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and I thought I was going to rewatch it again, and then I decided I don't want to. This is a good movie, and it's dark and sinister, and it's not one I wanted to sit through again, and it's not one I wanted
Uh,
to subject Julie to. I was like, I'm good. I'm going to go watch cartoons.
yeah, I hear you. I mean, that's true. This is one of the pretty disturbing like subject matter and just the imagery and stuff. And so I can't blame you for not wanting to watch it again. And I think this is one of those for me. It kind of blends the crime, the true crime, the horror, the found footage and the mythology and all this stuff. Kind of it just all kind of works together. You have great acting, you have believable characters. Um, I think there is justification about why they keep filming. I know
Right.
that's one of the big things with found footage. Like, why are they still filming the whole time? Even though this is a slower burn, there is good pacing. There's like some stuff happening all throughout the movie, which I really appreciated. And the fact they did practical effects over CGI, I think it was good. Um, but yeah, and I guess I was reading Jill Larson actually performed many of the physically demanding scenes herself. They didn't really have like a
Wow.
stunt person. And I don't know. I guess some of the people initially thought this was based on a true story because of its documentary kind of feel. So I
Oh.
thought that was kind of interesting. Um, but yeah, like we said, like the director, his success with this movie, with this kind of helped lead him to direct some major studio horror projects, and like that we see, with that Insidious movie and the Escape Room
Yes.
movies. But I would say, like, for me, this is probably like if I had to pick a possession movie to this is probably up there at the top of my list. I think I would watch this one over almost any other possession movie, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Um,
Yeah, it's definitely really good, and it's if you're listening to this podcast and you hadn't seen it, and we made you want to watch it, and now you know the end, still watch it because seeing is believing, and there's a lot of cool things to see in this movie. And we had mentioned not wanting to cover like super famous found footage movies, and this one, our last one, we just did The Hymn, which was awesome, great indie found footage movie. This one definitely gained traction. Obviously, the directors went on to do a lot of great things, as you mentioned. But yeah, I don't care. This one still needs to be talked about, and it's really nice that the horror community likes it as much as they do.
yeah, I mean, this one's definitely, I mean, it's got I feel like it does have a cult following, and um,
Hard to believe it's 12 years old.
yeah, I know
Like
it
shit.
seems like, I mean, it doesn't seem dated or anything. I mean, it's something that could come out today, and I would be okay with it. Yeah, it's interesting because this is kind of like hybrid. You have the footage that the documentary uh crew film, but also you have like the hospital security cameras footage. So you have a little bit of a hybrid thing going on there too.
Yeah, and I'm very accepting of stuff like that.
Yeah,
It works, and almost like Screen Life, that kind of makes it into found footage stuff too. So it's all under the same umbrella.
yeah.
So, anything else to say about it?
No, just go watch it if you've never seen it.
Where are they going to watch it?
I watched it on Tubi.
Tubi, yes, great place for horror movies. If you don't pay for Shudder and you want something free, go to Tubi because my goodness, they changed their library so much and there's so much to meet the eye. But all right, man. Well, thank you for picking this movie because you were the reason I watched it. I was dragging on it, and I'm so happy that I have finally watched it. But you know what that means is next time it's my pick, and so
Yeah.
I got to strike back, and so I'm going to pick something good. Okay.
All right, looking forward to it.
All right, you screamers, you guys are out there. You're still listening to us. Thank you so much. If you want to give us a rate review, we would love to see you. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. We don't put video out, but damn, we try to have fun with the TikTok channel. So come over there and talk to us. We'd love to talk horror movies with you. But that does it for this episode. I'm Phantom Dark Dave.
And I'm Abnormal Andy.
And thanks for listening to the Scream and Skull Podcast.
See ya.